interview.
We welcome you to season number 3 of That Metal Interview podcast, and we thank you guys for your support, your continued support in downloading, sharing, and checking out. Just checking out our podcast means a lot to us. Out of so many podcasts out there, right? So, but we are the only podcast that features rock, metal, and death metal artists, and sometimes black metal artists. So that's pretty unique to me. I'm not sure who else does that. Most podcasts just stick to either the glam hair bands, 80s bands, or, which is all good to me, of course, or just strictly metal stuff, or just strictly death metal bands, and then there's some that just do black metal, and then there's some that just stick to new metal, and some that do screamo, and some do some, So anyways, you get the point. So we feature all bands between rock, metal, death metal. So thank you guys for understanding and feeling what I feel for rock metal music, man. So thank you guys for your support one more time. And this is the beginning of season number 3, and we have a special guest, a badass way to kick it off, with Mr. Mark Boals, formerly of YNGWIE MALMSTEEN, and he's here to promote and talk about his band Shining Black, brand new album that just came out, Postcards From the End of the World. What a title, man. I mean, that sounds like the end of the world, right? Postcards from the End of the World. Sounds like the times we're living in. So anyways, Frontiers Music presents Shining Black, Mr. Mark Boals. Let's check out a song from Mark Boals, Shining Black. Here is 100,000 Shades of Black. What a title, man. Let's check out 100,000 Shades of Black with Mr. Mark Boals, Shining Black, Olaf, Thorsen. We'll be right back. what a tune. You guys have to check out Mark Boals' Shining Black brand new album, Postcards from the End of the World. Unfortunately, our conversation was cut off because one of my devices, there was some malfunction there, and our conversation was cut off somewhere halfway, so you can hear about half of an interview. But we caught some cool pieces there where Mark talks about his first experience with Malmsteen in Oakland, a stadium gig, that is, So anyways, he's going to talk about that stadium gig as a first gig with Malmsteen with no rehearsals, man. So check that out. We also ask him about the end of the world, see what he thinks of the present times we're living in. And so we ask him about the end of the world, the present times we're talking about. I asked him because of this album title, Postcards from the End of the World. So anyways, enough talking, and let's kick off season number 3. Here's Mark Boals. So new Shining Black album, Postcards from the End of the World, coming out March 18th, Frontiers Music. Talk to us about the making of, who arranged the whole record, riffs, lyrics, and all that.
Okay, well, it's a project from me and Olaf Thorsen, and it's our second album together.
Yep.
And I think it's the working together has grown a lot in between the two albums, and we work together on the lyrics. Olaf does the production and the music. I do all the melodies by myself, and we work together on the lyrics. So we work closely together on the whole album and all the parts of it. Actually, I'm very happy with the album. I think it sounds great. I hope people like it.
What we heard so far is badass. It's some badass rock metal, right? So very cool. Good job. Postcards. The title sounds like the times we're living right now. Did you write it based on the times we're at right now with the pandemic and this whole war thing?
Well, yeah.
I mean, not the war thing, but the pandemic. And all that.
Well, we didn't know anything about the war thing at the time, but the pandemic was happening. And, and it was pretty strange. It's been a strange couple of years, and it keeps getting stranger. So, we're just kind of commenting on everything that's happening, and you can't help but be affected by it somehow.
Yeah, it's a very cool title. Do you think, this is a weird question, do you think we're in the end of time? Do you think we're close to the end of the world, or like the Revelations,
I don't know, and I don't think anybody knows.
Right.
There's been, I really enjoy history, and I read a lot about history and world history, and there's been a lot of times in the past, even in the past 100 years, where people thought it was the end of the world, and it wasn't.
Right.
So I don't know. I hope we can get it together and come out of this better, and more caring about each other more than going the other way. Things can turn around.
Right. Well,
and I think they will. I try to stay positive.
Of course. I try not to mix in, politics with the interviews, but, it's just a very cool title there, and I thought I'd ask a question about the title. So here's some stuff that you've heard many, many times about Malmsteen. I'm sure you're tired of all these questions, man. I've seen a couple of your interviews, and it's the same stuff over and over, right? So here's a different question, maybe.
Okay.
Talk to us about how about the first gig with Malmsteen at Oakland Stadium? What was that like for you?
That's funny. Somebody just asked me about that earlier today.
Oh, no way.
Well, actually, I brought it up because they asked me what was one of the most memorable things, and I brought that up because that was it was really amazing. I only had a couple of rehearsals with Malmsteen before that, and that was the first show I ever did with him. It was live on MTV, and Sammy Hagar and Neil Schon are standing on the side of the stage watching me. So I was very nervous, but there was 80,000 people, and the energy I felt from the crowd was unbelievable. I never felt that kind of a high before, the kind of a rush.
Really?
It was just
wow.
It's unbelievable. If you ever been on stage in front of that many people and you're playing music, you just can't believe the feeling. It's better than any drug, better than anything you can do. As far as feeling high, it's a natural high that is just unbelievable. And that was the first time I met Sammy Hagar, actually. And the fun part was after I came off stage, he would start talking to me, and he said, "Come on, let's go for a ride in my Ferrari." and he played me demos from the. It was 1985, so he was just getting ready to join Van Halen. Nobody knew about it yet.
Van Halen,
he played me some. Yeah, he played me some demos from 5150 that weren't finished yet. He was just working on them, and we were talking about riding around in his Ferrari around the Bay Area. He loves his.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mr. Boals, for making time, and thank you to Frontiers Music SRL for providing us rockers, metalheads, with some badass music as always. So keep it up. Keep up the good work, Mr. Boals. Awesome vocals. And for us fanatics, you guys have to check out Shining Black, the brand new album, a song called 100,000 Shades of Black. Mark Boals and Olaf Thorsen, album called Postcards From the End of the World. Stream it, pick it up, purchase it. And don't forget to keep it metal.
That Metal Interview.